One of the largest Bantu ethnic group in sub-Saharan Africa is the Nguni. The Nguni are an ethnic group that lives in countries including South Africa, Eswatini, Mozambique, Malawi, Tanzania, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. The Angoni people who migrated from South Africa to Tanzania between 1820 and 1840. In 20 years, they traveled over 1,000 miles. The migration was caused by uMfecane. Mfecane means the great scattering. According to Europe's missionaries and travelers, and from stories passed down from generation to generation, it all started with the troubles in South Africa. They began in the 19th century, around 1800. At this time, the Zulu kingdom was led by a powerful warrior called Shaka. The Zulus became powerful, defeated and swallowed many other tribes. The other tribes with the same ancestry as the Zulu are the Xhosa, the Swati and the Ndebele, all of which fall under Nguni. Around 1818, the Nguni tribes started to fight among themselves for land and power. Different people wanted to be in charge. It led to Zulu wars or uMfecane. The losers were forced to leave the Nguni lands. This was the start of a long migration to another place to live. The well-known migrations include the one of Soshangane to Gazaland in Mozambique, Mzilikazi to Zimbabwe, and Zwangendaba to Tanzania. Zwangendaba Kajele Gumbi was one of the defeated leaders. He was the leader of the Mfecane sub-clan of the Ndwandwe, ruled by Zwide Nxumalo, the son of Langa. Besides Zwangendaba, Zwide had other generals on his territory. These chiefs include Soshangane, who was also a Nxumalo, Ngaba Maseko, and Ngwana Maseko. He also ruled over the Khumalo chiefs Donda, Beje, and Mashobane. King Zwide's rising nation-state was poised against that of King Dingiswayo Mthethwa, the son of Jowe. This happened when Zwide killed Dingiswayo. Among the Mthethwa people was Prince Shaka Kasenza Ngakona, who was destined for the Zulu throne. After Shaka's throne ascendancy, he fought and defeated the Ndwandwe people. The clash between Ndwandwe and Zulu was triggered by one of the Khumalo chiefs. He informed King Shaka about King Zwide's intentions to attack the Zulu. Upon hearing this incident, Zwide assassinated 2 Khumalo chiefs, including Mashobane, the father of Mzilikazi. After his father's assassination, Mzilikazi crossed over to save under King Shaka. These unsettled political conditions were the reason Soshangane Kazikode Nxumalo fled Ndwandwe in the company of his people. After Soshangane left, Zwangendaba and his people followed. Who was Zwangendaba? Zwangendaba was the son of Hlachwayo Kamagangata. Magangata's eldest son did not rule. It was Hlachwayo who took over instead of the preferred younger heir, Mafu. Zwangendaba, a short man by stature and described by the poet as uMfishane onganyatheli ngubo, ingani ezabade bayazinyathela, lived at Ngoni and was married to 2 of King Zwide's sisters. Soon after Soshangane's flight, Zwangendaba, who was related to the Nhlane of Hoho and the Nkosi of the Dlamini clan, moved to Eswatini, where he married Mnene Nzima. He stayed for a while and eventually fled in Soshangane's direction. Zwangendaba and his people in Gazaland served under Soshangane for a while and allied with the Tonga people of the Baloyi clan. It was during this time among the Baloyi that Zwangendaba and his people were popularly known as the Ngoni people. On advice from his brother Somfula, Zwangendaba left Gazaland in 1831 and moved west to the present-day Zimbabwe. On the way, some Shona clans near Great Zimbabwe ruins like Shoko, Shumba, Gumbo, and Nyati were incorporated. On the way, Zwangendaba and his people clashed with Ngaba and Ado-Ndlela followers who were already in modern-day Zimbabwe. After several military campaigns in present-day Zimbabwe, Zwangendaba and his people decided to cross the Zambezi River. They moved to an old fording place on the Zambezi River and its tributary, the Luangwa River. Mystical stories are told of how the Nguni crossed the Zambezi River. It is said that a solar eclipse happened on the day they crossed. According to one story, Zwangendaba used the stick like Moses and the water parted for them to cross. Another legend says Zwangendaba took a medicinal bath in the river and the water subsided. The realistic version says the Ngoni used Kanyingwi's canoes to cross. After they crossed, they asked Kanyingwi to come along with them, but he refused. It is said that Kanyingwi was killed for his refusal because they suspected he would show their enemies the direction they took. On the way, it is said they parted ways with Queen Nyamazana of the Nkosi Dlamini clan, who later became married to King Mzilikazi. On their way northwards, they settled among the Nsenga people. After that, they moved and settled with the Chibandakazi people and later at Mkoko. It was at Mkoko where they clashed with Chief Kalindawalo's people who used bows and arrows. After that, Zwangendaba moved and settled in the Tumbuka and Chewa area, which was a better place for his cattle. Later on, he moved northwards into present-day Tanzania at Mawili in the region between Lake Malawi and Lake Tanganyika. The king of the Fipa people who lived in that area made peace with the Nguni. In Mawili, Zwangendaba built his own city called Mapupo, which means dreams. For a couple of years, they raided neighboring people, the Sukuma and Msafwa, for food and cattle. After a while, they decided to settle down with their families and cattle and started growing crops. Zwangendaba died in Mapupo in 1845. He was buried in an ox hide at Chapota near the Nyinaluzi River. He was an outstanding warrior and leader. He is still considered the father of the Nguni. After Zwangendaba's death, his family fought over who should succeed him. This led the group to be divided into two. Then each of these two groups split up. In the end, there were 5 separate groups. The main group under Mbelwa includes Zwangendaba's sons Mtwalo, Ndabazake, and Mahlachana. There is the other group led by Mpezeni on the Zambian side.